What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Fred Hurt Jr. here, 901. Back with another video. Um, Before I get started with the topic, talking about TikTok. The ban of TikTok. A lot of people is upset about that. A lot of people. And thank goodness I didn't have a business on TikTok. I never got into TikTok like that personally. It was just another social media platform for me, just for exposure, of my acting and now my coffee business. But I never depended on it, and I still have Facebook, IG, and YouTube, and Twitter X, and so on, Thread. So I know a lot of people are very, very upset about that. People make thousands and thousands of dollars off TikTok, and so I just tell anyone that who's involved in the TikTok ban, and I just pray and hope you have different multiple sets of revenue, or you have a chance to transfer your business to another platform before you can keep the ball rolling. And of course, tomorrow is the inauguration. I'll talk about that maybe on another video. But today I'm to finish talking about my journey growing up, about my experiences. A lot of people believe that folks just become successful or whatever their definition of success is, that, or if you have achieved a certain level of success at a certain time, how did you get there, or how, what experiences did you have, or they think you didn't win anything because you ain't said nothing about it. So I'm going to take you back to finish taking you back to all my experiences. And people are like, oh, I want to be like you. I'm like, are you sure you want to be like me? Are you really sure you want to be like me? Are you sure? You have to go through a lot. It's not easy, baby. I make it look easy because I was built for it. I've been in situations I barely got out of. So I tell people, man, you have to know people's full story to understand the level of sacrifices and the adversity people went through. Nobody just didn't hand them anything because they felt like I want it, I'm just going to take it. It don't work like that. So I believe I'm going to go back to when I was at University of Memphis. After that semester, I played semi-pro football. Got injured, got into bodybuilding. But also, when I was 20, I was still staying. In fact, after high school, after high school, I went back. I started working at the airport. That's where I'm at the airport. My stepfather got me out there at the airport here in Memphis. Airfield maintenance. We did maintenance for the airport. And I was excited about it, 19, 20 years old at the airport. I was seasonal, I did 2 or 3 seasons out there in the airport. And what I mean by seasonal, we was there for like 6 months. And then either they had to keep you or lay you off and you get unemployment. Keeping you means hiring you permanent. And I never got hired permanent. So 1 year I was out there with my stepfather. He was still working at the airport. And I had the opportunity to work at the airport. At the airport maintenance where we was at the airport where the planes were at. But I was only going to work part-time, but I was going to be what they call them, when you do the carts and load the planes, yeah, I was going to do that job. You know, kind of like FedEx. I was going to load the planes. And it was part-time, but it was permanent. It was permanent. And I told him about it. I told him and my mother about it. And when I told him about it, I swear to y'all, this man acted like I took his whole paycheck and went to the casino and took his car and rammed it and wrecked it. He acted a plump fool talking about, I just got you this job at so-and-so, so-and-so. You ungrateful. You didn't. Not looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture, ladies and gentlemen. But he ain't caring about no bigger picture. He ain't caring nothing about me. He just tolerated me because he married my mother. I know. They thought I wasn't going to find out. I found out. He only wanted me there before he can use me for some money. You know, I found that out as well, too. You know. So, he acted a fool, and I turned down the job. Yeah. Turned down the job. I wanted that job bad because it would have set me up. But I was a 19, 20-year-old kid, one in college, just got through graduating high school. And to be honest with you, I was scared. Didn't have nowhere to go. Couldn't live with my grandmother. She already had 1,000 people at her house. Then nobody else wanted me to come live with them. So I just did what I had to do to survive that household. I turned down the job. People wonder why I acted a certain way and I did a certain thing, and I missed out on a lot of opportunities dealing with foolish people and jealous and envious people. That's why I despise it so much. You know. I turned down so after that situation, I worked. That's when I decided to, because we got into it. In fact, we got into it twice. Me and him, we got into it. First time we got into it was that summertime. After my senior year, because I didn't go straight to college. So we got into it and got in our first fight. A physical fight. And it was over nothing, man. It was just, dude been wanting to try me for a long time. And I tell people about the wolf tickets. You know, you keep doing all the wolf tickets, somebody gonna punch a clock. And you can't take that L. Then you want to go call the authorities and all that. Oh, you're a real man. But you the one provoked me. Boy, I tell you the truth. Got into it. You know, mother, she tried to stop it. He pushed her out the way. He tried to go get his gun like every coward does. And I rushed him like a Brahma bull. You know, bust his lip, bust his head. Now I'm 18 years old. He gonna go grab his gun, pointed at me. Got one little punch in. I didn't feel it. That's how much I was enraged. Snatched the gun from him. Could have went there. You know. Gave the whip to my mother and all the stuff like that. It was unnecessary, man. Yeah. But you want to be me. You know? It was very unnecessary, man. I never seen a group of people work so hard to hold somebody back out of jealousy and envy. And you think they weren't going to come back on you? Eventually? Then you want to play victim? Woe is me. Oh, no, take your medicine. Take your medicine. All of a sudden, everybody getting amnesia. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why. What I do? See, when karma comes back on everybody, or the creator corrects people, when he done it to me, I sat back and thought about if I did some foul stuff to folks, came back, I said, okay, I see why this is happening. I guess it's my time to deal with the payback. You know? But I'm man enough to face it. I'm not saying, oh, woe is me, oh God, like I'm some angel out here that ain't never did nothing to nobody. You know? That's if I did somebody wrong, you know, or whatever. You know, we're none of us are perfect. But it's crazy. Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet, ladies and gentlemen? Doom and gloom, baby. Oh man, whole nother level, baby. Whole nother level. But yeah, after that I had to go stay with my grandmother for a minute. I couldn't deal with my folks much longer, man. And staying with her, I finally had a first chance in my life. I worked at the airport, and I stayed with my grandmother, and I got my first car, 1986 Ford Tempo. Blue. Now, this was 2002, so I'm 20. $500, I paid $500 for that car. That's my very first car at 20. It was leaking oil. It wasn't in tip-top shape. It was leaking oil. But I ain't care. I had wheels now. Because I rode the bus for 3 years. And I walked majority of Memphis, half of Memphis, most of my life. If I ain't catch the bus, I'm at the 69 to 52, like yesterday. When I used to work at FedEx, I caught the 69 to 52. And you know, when you go to the terminal, if you're from Memphis, we have a terminal, and we had like a little ticket that we had to give to the other bus saying we're transferring over. So there's 69, 52, and that 53, baby. I remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah. But you want to be me. I ain't nobody. I laugh at stuff like that. Okay, sure, I ain't nobody. Okay. You ain't been through nothing. No, you don't deserve it. Oh, I don't. Huh. Folks just give people awards, huh? Oh, okay. You don't deserve to be famous. Really? Huh. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve it. I guess you do, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I ain't did nothing in my life. I ain't experienced nothing. I was just born. I'm just here. Okay. But yeah, I rode the bus for 3 years. Rode the bus, the Mallard bus. And staying with my grandmother, you know, I was still doing bodybuilding at that time. I just started doing bodybuilding. You know, I was with my ex at that time, you know. We was together for 6 years, you know, and found out, you know, she was just, I thought everything was cool, but she, you know, she had other plans. But I remember one time I was working out, and it was in Mississippi. And she dropped me off because I didn't have a car. She dropped me off. She the only one that had a car. Worked out. It was January, like it is now. And it was like 20, 25 degrees out there, you know. It was cold. It was very cold. To get through working out, I called and told her to come pick me up. Now, we had a fight on the way down there, but I thought it wasn't really nothing. You know, relationships you fight, you know. You have your arguments, whatever, but I never thought she would leave me down there to walk home. That was some cold stuff, man. I couldn't believe she left me walking. I would have to walk 5 miles, at least about 5 to 10 miles to the house. Because it was in Horn Lake, Mississippi, going to Memphis, and my grandmother at that time stayed in Whitehaven, over at Lakeview Garden. Yeah. Oh, well, wait, ladies and gentlemen. There's more. I'm just getting started. I'm walking, and I'm telling myself, I'm done with this broad. You gonna leave me walking? You know I ain't got no help. And I just got through working out, and I'm tired, sweaty, tired, ready to go home. And I'm training. Next thing I know, I was walking. It was a white guy was passing me on the left side. And next thing I know, South Haven police officers came out of nowhere talking about it was a robbery in the area. Yeah. Was it South Haven, Horn Lake? I think it was Horn Lake. I'm trying to remember. But either one of them, they came out of nowhere and asking me, one of the cops asked me a question about, hey, we got a robbery in the area. I say a robbery. There is no robbery where you just coming from? I'm just coming from a gym. Okay. I'm like, how did they look? Where they at? Oh, they had red and blue on, and I had like yellow and black. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, why are you stopping me if I don't fit the description? Oh, well, so stalling out until his help got there, and all of a sudden I seen 4 or 5 police officers show up out of nowhere. And people are like, man, you just a he said shit. Dude, I have no reason to make this stuff up. My folks knew about it. Of course, they ain't gonna give you no paperwork if they trying to false imprison you for no reason and trying to make money. And I went to jail for no reason. It's sad, but it's the truth. Talking about, oh, so-and-so. I said, man, for no reason. And want me to bond out. I said, I ain't did nothing. Why would I bond out for? And I ain't did nothing. You might want to take me down Hernando. And they took me down Hernando. I spent 5 days in jail for nothing. For nothing. It's sad, but it's the truth. That's a lawsuit out this world. My folks didn't care. They ain't try to get no lawsuit against those people. They didn't care. They thought it was funny. My folks ain't never fought for me. The only person that ever fought for me was God and my wife. They're the only two in this world that ever fought for me. And myself, I fought for myself. But nobody outside of my folks they never, especially on my mother's, I never fought for me. Coming from egg donor, sperm donor, And the stepfather was narcissist. He only tolerated me because he married my mother. Then people wonder why I was going off the way I was. It's a blessing I still have my right mind. And people up here talking about, man, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Dude, you haven't been where I've been. And wait, there's more. We having fun yet? But I ain't been through nothing. I ain't nobody, right? Woo! People got the nerves to open their mouths. But you trying to be me, huh? Woo! Lord. If y'all only knew. You know? Woo! After that situation, and I was working at FedEx then. Like I said, rode the bus 3 years. If I didn't get a ride with my ex, I had to take a bus to work, and I had to take the bus to the gym and take the bus home if she didn't come pick me up. And I will say back in 2007, relationship issues, we broke up. She talking about we had our time. She ready to move on. You know, she tired of our relationship, and all this went on. And of course, I'm heartbroken. You know, and boo-hooing, crying like a baby. You know, going to work crying. You know, I'm just being transparent with y'all, man. I'm being honest with y'all. You know. And hey, that's life, remember? We having fun yet? Remember, I ain't nobody, right? So, you know, and met my wife after I realized she wasn't coming back, you know, and met my wife a year later. And we got married within 7 months. I thought I was dating, got engaged and everything, and we've been together ever since. And I tell people about relationships, you know, there's no perfect relationship. You know, you're going to have your ups and downs. You can be soulmates and still have your ups and downs. You're still going to have your problems. You're still going to have your, you know, just your basic relationships, you know, issues, you know. It can be finances, it can be sexually, it can be communication, it can be whatever. I mean, there's no perfect person, is what I'm saying. There's no perfect people. This is not Disney World. This is the real world. This is the real world. You know, we have to continue to tap into that. You know, we cannot be watching so much, you know, TV to the point where we thinking that oh man, this is how life's supposed to be. This is how life's supposed to be. Yeah, some of it, but life, it is what it is. You know, I had to learn it. I learned it the hard way, man. You know, I might want it to be like this, but reality said, yeah, you might want it to be like this, but this is what this is. You know, and it took me most of my life to accept that. And when I finally accepted it, it was like a mountain off my shoulder. I stopped trying to force something, you know, accept the fact, hey, unfortunately, I come from folks who just didn't give a damn about me. Naturally, you want your parents to love you, both parents, and set you up for success. But I didn't have that, and it took me years, most of my life, to accept that, and I fully accepted that. I see stuff for what it is now, not what I want it to be. So, after I got married and everything, and still doing my bodybuilding, I got into coaching. I coached football for 1 year at my old high school I graduated from, Oklahoma High School, here in Memphis. And I did offensive line and special teams coach. And it was a great experience coaching those young men, and like I said, I was trying to heal myself as well, trying to help the kids and help the community like I always do. You know, trying to really distract myself from what I really need to be focused on. And did a mentor program shift for kids here in Memphis. I did that for a year, and I went to Concord Career College. By the time I was 29, I went to college, career for a dental assistant, and I got my degree in dental assistant. Because I was very interested about smile, teeth, and curious about it, and so I decided to get into that. It was an interesting experience there, but I made it through, and I got my degree and became a lamplighter. And what that means is a lamplighter is like a leadership program where it's like honor society of the school. You're one of the leaders, leader excellence of the school, and so we had extra responsibilities we had to do outside of just going to class. And so got into that program and did dentistry for about a couple of months. I did my internship, and I really feel for people who are into the medical or dental field, because some of these doctors are unreal in these positions. They are, people don't understand what folks go through in these offices. And they can make your job harder than what it has to be, because of if they don't like you, or they have some type of jealousy or envy towards you, you cannot stay in those positions. You have to go somewhere else or find somebody else to. So me and the dentist lady, got into it with each other, and she called the police at the office because she couldn't, punk me out or whatever, and it was a nightmare. I told my wife about it, and police was up there, and I told her, man, I worked too hard, I sacrificed too much, man, and this lady don't want to pay me my money. I told her, give me my money. She paid everybody else, but didn't want to pay me. But then play victim after I was trying to tell her. I said, look here, lady, you supposed to pay me my money, and she didn't want to pay me my money. Now, this was 12 years ago. We having fun yet, ladies and gentlemen? You still want to be me? So all I ever wanted to do was just get a career, get a job, and provide for my family, man. And these entities and these demons out here make it so hard than what it has to be. And then won't take responsibility, then play victim and go around lying on you, calling the authorities, making up lies, because they can't face the fact that you intimidate me, you scare me. Grow some balls or grow some ovaries. If I'm not physically attacking you, what are you scared of? You never seen a 6'3" tall, dark-skinned man? Handsome? Pretty? What's your problem? I ain't no fun boy. I ain't no F-boy. I'm telling you straight. I'm a man. See, I know what it is. You used to them soft boys, huh? Yeah. Some of y'all using them soft boys. Now you dealing with a man here, baby. We're dealing with a man. I've been through too much, and I'm just getting started with my story. I ain't nowhere near finished yet. Oh, it's more. But I just want to drop this video right quick and let you guys know, hey man, you know, through all my trials and tribulations in my life, I just thank God he gave me the strength to get through all of it. Because I honestly felt like I was alone. You know, and I know it's a big world out here, but a lot of times we go through so much attack after attack after attack after attack to the point we feel like we're the only ones experiencing this stuff. And when I got on YouTube and heard other people's stories, I was like, wow, man. And they've been through harder stuff than I've been through, you know, some of them. And I realized I'm not alone around